Tropical storm Raphael has formed and it is slowly closing in on Jamaica with a lot of heavy rain and tropical storm conditions. Good morning, everyone. This is Dani'i, and welcome to this weather update for today. So, tropical storm Raphael, it is strengthening and it is also nearing the island of Jamaica. So, this morning, some places have been experiencing some heavy downpours. The winds are starting to kick up. You can let me know what's going on for you. Share with me in the comments what the weather is like in your area. But as we head throughout much of the morning, the island is going to be impacted by Raphael even into this afternoon. So, there's going to be a lot of rainfall from the system. There's already a lot of heavy rain in some areas. More is expected today, which is going to increase that chance of flooding significantly, and the highest rainfall amounts could be up to 10 inches across the island. In addition, there's a plethora of hurricane warnings in effect since Raphael could bring hurricane conditions to parts of the Caribbean, particularly for the Cayman Islands, as well as Western Cuba. So we're going to be taking a look at all the details in this video. And first, I want to get this disturbance out of the way. So we have this area highlighted, stretching from north of the Caribbean to the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos. We see a 20% formation chance over the course of the next 7 days. So we could have an airflow pressure form just north of the Leeward Islands, and as it drifts to the west, it may try to get itself together, which models have been hinting at for some time now. So we may see some additional development. So that is definitely something that I'll be keeping my eyes on as well. But of course, for right now, Raphael is the main talk of the town in the Atlantic Basin. So here we are looking at the Caribbean at the infrared satellite imagery, and we can see all of the activity in association with Raphael. So again, some of that heavy rain has been moving in, especially to our eastern parishes, spreading westward, and more of those impacts will be coming in as the day goes on. So it will be a very dangerous day to be traveling. So today is the day of the impacts, guys, and aside from Jamaica, Haiti has also been experiencing impacts from the system. So we can see impacts are far and wide from the center. The center is to the south of western Jamaica. And as far as Haiti has been experiencing a lot of rainfall associated with Raphael. And then in addition to that, there's been some showers around other parts of the Caribbean, near Aruba, down in the ABC Islands, for parts of Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands as well, maybe a couple passing showers in the Lesser Antilles, and a couple spots in Cuba. Now let's look at the rainfall forecast for today. Here we can see it from Euro. So this is the expected rainfall totals, and the more color we see indicates more rain. So we can see parts of Jamaica within that pink shading going to the lighter colors as well. So maybe up to 4 inches of rain across some of the parishes today. And even for the Cayman Islands, especially the Cayman and Cayman Brac, similar story. There's likely to be a lot of heavy rainfall as we head into later today. Cuba will eventually experience those very high rain totals as well. And there could be those instances of flooding in Cuba. But for Jamaica, it is highly likely today, even for the Cayman Islands later today as well. And then as we head to the vicinity of South Florida, going to the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos, there could be some showers moving by today. Parts of Haiti may still be experiencing some downpours from Raphael, but for the most part, nothing crazy is expected for the rest of Hispaniola. Additional showers definitely possible in Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands through the Lesser Antilles, and towards the vicinity of the ABC Islands as well. For the Guyanas, much rain not expected. We're seeing some colors around here and there, so there could be some downpours, not on a very wide scale though. As we head towards Central America, parts of Panama, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, there could be some heavy rainfall today. Some shower activity will also be possible for Honduras, going to El Salvador, but things may be a little bit on the dry side as we head towards the Yucatan Peninsula. Now we're talking more about Raphael. So here is the storm on satellite imagery. We can definitely see that spin with it. All of this activity lifting up straight into Jamaica. And the tropical storm force winds of at least 39 miles per hour have been brushing the south coast of the island. And much of the island will be experiencing those tropical storm force winds with higher gusts, especially as we head into later today. And here we are looking at the latest cone forecast from the National Hurricane Center this morning. So Raphael is sustaining maximum winds up to 60 miles per hour and moving to the northwest at 13 miles per hour. So we see that the center of it is going to be offshore, but those tropical storm force winds likely affecting the south coast of the island. But as the system is going to be skirted by, it is going to, those tropical storm force winds will affect much of the island, especially the western side of Jamaica, where there is the highest chance, almost 100% chance of tropical storm force winds. So that would include much of our western parishes, such as St. James, Trelawney, even Hanover, going to St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland. So those tropical storm force winds with higher gusts are possible. And we see that it is expected to become a hurricane by tomorrow morning. Hence that hurricane warning in effect for the Cayman Islands, as well as Isle of Youth and Western Cuba. So all these areas are under a hurricane warning. We can see that vibrant red shading. By Thursday, the system is expected to cross into the Gulf, and there is a lot of uncertainty thereafter in terms of where it goes. That is why this cone forecast broadens the cone of uncertainty. It broadens a lot more as we head further out in time, because there's a lot more possibilities on the table. And then we also see the Florida Keys highlighted in the yellow shading, indicating a tropical storm watch. Tropical storm warning in effect for Jamaica, of course, as well as parts of central Cuba. And then going to the vicinity of eastern Cuba, there's a tropical storm watch in effect. So Raphael is bringing its dangerous conditions again. With those wind gusts, there could be power outages and a bit of minor wind damage in terms of some downed trees. However, the water is going to be the main concern, especially for Jamaica and Cuba. The probability of those flooding and mudslides will be very, very high. So please, guys, do not take any unnecessary risks and stay safe as best as you can. Now, Raphael is going to be in a favorable environment that will allow for gradual strengthening over the course of the next few days. So it is going to be in very warm waters, and the upper level winds are also conducive, and there's also not much dry air at all within the vicinity of the system to interfere with development, because where we find more dry air is where like when that intrudes the system, it helps to dissipate some of that activity. So that's not going to be a problem for Raphael. It is definitely thriving and taking advantage of the environmental conditions. And so, guys, we have to take advantage of, the time and whenever we hear about these systems to ensure that we take the necessary precautions and stay safe as best as possible. And so, guys, that is essentially what I wanted to bring to your attention in this morning's update video. Just letting you know that Raphael is now closing in this morning a bit later than initially expected. But those tropical storm force winds, the very rough seas as well. So there could also be some minor coastal flooding induced because of the winds of Raphael pushing that water on shore. That is going to be possible today as well. So there could be a bit of coastal flooding, but the flooding due to the heavy rain, that's going to be the main concern today for Jamaica. That could induce mudslides as well. So stay safe, guys, and of course I'll be keeping you posted as necessary. So I do hope you found this update video to be informative, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll get to you when I can, and remember to always be weatherwise.